Guys, we're down here for the lower bracket final. We just saw the game with Sublime losing just by a little bit to Immunity, and now we've seen tensioN come through in the lower bracket finals, and they are now here playing Sublime. And before we get this game underway, we've got to do the traditional coin toss to work out which map and sides we will be doing. So both teams get to eliminate one side, one map for the game. There's 4 maps in total. So Shark, which map would you like to eliminate?
Inferno, thanks.
Inferno and Train. So that leaves Dust 2 and Nuke ready to be played. All right, so we're going to flip the coin. Heads is Dust 2, tails is Train. Nuke. Oh, here we go. Heads it is. So that's going to be Dust 2.
Yep.
Dust 2, beautiful. Next up, we have to pick the sides. The sides will be... you want to flip for it?
Yeah, heads, thanks.
Heads it is. Heads it is. All right. What do you want to pick?
We'll pick CT, thanks.
CT. All right. Too easy. So that's Sublime playing CT on Dust 2, and the boys from tensioN playing Terrorist. Good start. I personally like Terrorist more on Dust 2. But let's get on into it. Good luck. Have fun, guys. As per usual, we have the boys up in the commentary desk, Valley, Coma, and Mr. Chemical Nova. Can you boys hear me?
We can indeed. Thank you very much, Woods. And we are really excited to see this match. And that coin toss didn't seem absolutely orchestrated at all.
No, we hadn't just put that on for camera, had we?
Of course, though, we do have tensioN and Sublime playing for the last spot in the grand final against Immunity. What do you reckon, Bailey?
Look, tensioN have really been playing out of their skins. No one sort of put them on their radar as one of the teams to watch, and they have just stormed their way through the lower bracket, taking out Team Sidewinder in huge fashion, starting tees on Inferno 16-9, I think what the score was. Really stomped them out there. Sidewinder were expected to come up and play Sublime in this position here, so tensioN have done really well getting up here. Sublime have obviously been playing very close match, as you said yourself there, Wood. So it was such a close game. I think it came down to 1 or 2 shots really turn that game around, and so it's going to be interesting on Dust 2. tensioN have a very unorthodox method of playing, I think, which really lends itself to Dust 2 here. I still think Sublime will come through here, but I think we're going to see tensioN in front for a little while because Sublime seem to be not getting such great starts. So probably a 16-9, 16-10, I think.
Oh, that's not that close, but I'll go probably for 16-12ish. 16-12ish. I think Sublime will probably end up taking it out.
All right, now as you said, Woods, you don't take sides down there, but you've definitely got 2 of Australia's best teams on there playing on the line there. tensioN just really playing out of their skin, so we can't wait to see what these 2 have to offer on Dust 2. So when you're ready, Woods, if you'd like to just live them up, and I think we'll be all set to roll, Cam.
For sure, my friend. All right, if the teams want to get .r ready up, and we'll get this game going live, and we should be all good. So over to you guys in the commentary desk. If you guys can take us on from here on in.
Thank you very much, Woods.
No worries. We'll just wait for the players, I guess, to ready up. They're all just having a bit of a warm up. Sublime have played previously in here, so they're fairly warmed up. But tensioN obviously new into the arena. Yeah,
exactly. Coming across from Mid-City, the internet cafe that have very happily supported us in this charity event. So we're very thankful for them for helping us out here, playing a lot of the group stages over there. So tensioN do have a lot of getting used to this playing environment down there. Under the heat, under the lights, there are a little bit warmer as we have ourselves here. I think I'm going to have a mad tan once this finishes. I've come down to Melbourne, I get 8-degree days and rain, and I walk out with a tan. It's going to be great, but it's going to be really, really good down there, as the players have just mentioned there, that they do, in fact, love the CRTs, which is great. It gives them that much more fluid motion in the game, and so we should be getting that live very soon. Here we go, as we go. But a big shout out to a very good friend of mine who's just let me know that she's tuned in all the way from Sweden. That's Sanna. So hi there. I hope you're enjoying the Australian accents and some of the games you have played yourself. So we're going live now, and the pistol round with Sublime on the counter-terrorist team. tensioN on the terrorist. Let's see what they've got, Cam.
All right, we'll follow tensioN for the moment. We'll see what they're going to do in this first pistol round in the second half. Looks like they split 2-2-1. They've got 1 going over towards long, 2 down the centre, and 2 up at dark. And the CTs have a fairly common split by the looks of it. 2-1-2 happening. And there's a couple of flashes going up through short. kstrife having a little bit of a USP through the mid doors there. And both teams just sort of taking a little bit slower, except for those couple of USP shots.
That's it. They seem to be working around, possibly faking up a bit of B there, but looks like tensioN getting those nades out. They're just going to push up short very, very hard, try and overpower the Sublime players there. It'll be interesting if they can get that big frag on Shadsky, who's just watching from now. He's getting a good nade out and dropping right back. Very smart play from him, the ACT boy. Shoving up. tensioN, 2 big frags there before we get the flash in. That means they are in the A site. Should have that bomb down in just a moment, but Shadsky replies with a big frag on kstrife. And looks like the Sublime team is rotating around. Killer, another shot on Shark. So it's now a 2v3 situation. Sorry, 2v4. Oh, 1v4. Big bait by Pads there. He's going to have to play huge here to get these 3 frag. No! Killer does take him down. And there's that Sublime just not warming straight into the game there. And it's going to cost him a few rounds. And the way tensioN have been playing, they could well come away with the half quite convincingly.
Well, there we go. Pads did have a lot of work ahead of him. So bad luck. 1 love now. First half of this lower bracket grand final. tensioN leading the way, taking that first pistol round. They do have MP5s. They've bought up as much as they can, obviously, in the second round. And Sublime, obviously, most of them would probably be on the full eco, no nades or anything at the moment.
That's it. So a big shout out to all the spectators watching this. It is going to be so intense this game, and I think the whoever makes it through. Killer, a big shag on Shark, pushing up through again short. I think they're trying to really isolate that and dominate the short area of the map. And 2 Sublime players there, just getting a few shots off, getting naded down quite low. The bomb and 4 players, bomb and 3 other players are in that short area. They're really not just getting out there, but Game Turner, big shot on Pads. Game Turner again on Shadsky. Killer on Havoc. Oxy there, just taking out Killer in mid doors. Bomber's down on short, but they'll have that back in no time. Oxy's the only one left here. He's on 30 health. I just don't think he can come away with it. And there he goes down to Ahi, who just strafes his way off those stairs.
That would have been a little bit of a flash kill. 2 love to tensioN. They're doing very well in these first couple of rounds. We'll see if Sublime decide to early buy. They probably won't, because they haven't really done much of anything. So doesn't look like they will. Another full eco for them, and the next round, this round I'd say would probably go to tensioN again.
Yep, that's it. So tensioN playing quite smart. It's a standard sort of splits we've seen before on Dust 2. Really dominating that mid area and then messing around. It looks like we'll probably come up with an A split again, unless something drastic happens from Sublime. But just getting a few shots off there. Not doing any major damage with those pistols, but I expect tensioN, all they really need to do is just pick a weak point and bust through, and they're really liking that short at the moment. We'll see if that changes in the buy rounds, but I think tensioN are going to pull away, as you said, with this round quite convincingly, unless Sublime has some very, very big maneuver here, which they might even pull through with a long rotate through short by the looks of things. Not giving them much to think about once they get into sight here.
Yeah, well, here we go. We're looking at Hank. He's just sitting at short. The bomb has been planted in that A bomb site. Havoc takes down kstrife. And there we are, Killer on the screen with his deagle, just looking at long. I don't know quite what to call him, but he takes down Shark anyway. Pads and Shadsky also go down to Hank. Oxy onto Hank. Havoc up short onto Ahi.
Yep,
we'll call him Ahi. Ahi, yep, we'll call him Ahi. And Havoc with his MP5 now, pushing up over the bridge into the site, pulls out his USB, takes out Killer.
This is a dangerous move here. Sublime could have it. Game Turner takes out the diffuser, and Game Turner manages to save that up there in a 1v2 off the buy. That would have been a really big buy breaker there, and tensioN would have been in some serious trouble. But it looks like they managed to come through with it. So here comes a full buy from both teams, and this is where it really gets interesting. Both teams full strength. We really get to see their strategies, and this is where we're going to get some big frags happening.
Alright, let's see what Sublime do on this buy round. Havoc in mid. He got nailed in the leg or something. He's just been AWP'd down to 19 HP. He's got that AWP in mid though, so hopefully it doesn't trouble him too much. Hank onto Padsky with that AK headshot. Looks like that was picked over at B. Couple of T's sitting in dark, trying to work that B site. And the rest of the T's look like they're over towards long, sitting in mid. Not quite sure what to do. Looks like fairly standard sort of play. They're going to gather in mid and then decide from there what to do, Valley.
That's it, exactly. Big nades up in short. Unfortunately, Sublime not holding from short at the moment. So it looks like it's going to be an ace, but Oxy on kstrife, big off shot. That's going to be a very important frag there. But Shadsky gets taken out by Ahi, who just steps outside along. Ahi's on quite low health. A couple of the players very low, so this could be Sublime's chance to get away with the frag. tensioN Killer taking down Shark though. Hank on 16, Oxy moving up mid, bombs down now on the A bomb site, and they do have tensioN do have one in pit, so it's gonna be very hard. Havoc taking out Killer, still while on low health, and Oxy messing around with a guy in mid, at the moment, gets him through the smoke. Very nice, but I just don't think they can come away with the defuse here.
I don't think they'll be able to. Havoc on 19 HP still. Looks like they're going to save those AWPs. They've both got AWPs, so it's probably wise that they've saved them. 18 seconds left in the round. Bomb was planted. Can't hear the timers, so we're not sure how far away it is, but everyone seems to be running away. So that'll be another round to tensioN, which will bring it to 4-0 in the first half.
That's it. So very sharp there by tensioN. Really working that A site. Get that early pick there at B. Pull the rotators up into the B site and then straight into A. Very smart move from them. They're obviously working quite well as a unit there. So we'll see if Sublime are going to be able to... I don't think they've got a buy here, but they've got 2 AWPs which can do some serious damage on this map. And Shark's pushing out long. Oxy, there we go, takes out Hank. Havoc covering his teammate there as he goes in. He could get a good couple of frags there inside long. And Oxy just watching mid. Might be able to pick up this other mid player here. Shark, big shot on Ahi. He's not going to be happy about that as he tries to step through long. Oxy working this mid, really holding it off at the moment. It's one in lower duck. Big shot by Havoc, taking him out on the cat. Another one by Havoc, taking out Killer. kstrife taking out Oxy as he tries to step through. Bomb is down on the short cat at the moment, Cam, and it is a 1v4 there for tensioN kstrife.
That it is. Pad's working his way through dark. He's trying to do a little bit of the sneaky with that deagle. Who will he come up against? kstrife's actually gotten out of there, so he's at back mid now, and he's trying to work his way. Oh, that was massive AK headshot onto Shadsky, who came down short. But kstrife now does have the bomb. He sees Pads down in lower dark, nails him through the box, and he makes his way up short. We'll have a look at Havoc, because Havoc's probably going to win one and take him out. No, he doesn't. kstrife with that AK headshot on Havoc. He didn't know what was coming.
No, this could be a massive 1v4, because he's in fact going to the B bomb site. Shark has pulled back to pit, which was a smart move if tensioN was kstrife was going to get to B. He might get him on the cross, but I don't think he is. Bomb is going down at B site. kstrife, amazing shot. So unless Shark can get him, this is going to be a serious one. I don't think he has any no, he's got a nade left, but no flashes. And kstrife is in that dark area now, and he could get away with maybe a lucky fake defuse and pull a couple of early shots. But kstrife aim is freakish at the moment.
Possibly, yes. I think there goes the fake defuse. He did have a quick look at it. But kstrife, Shark nails him with that AK headshot. He doesn't have a kit by the looks of it. The flashy light looks a little bit quick.
This could be
kstrife coming on with a 1v4. Very close.
Oh! kstrife was successful. 1v4 against Sublime. Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. That was as close as it gets down to the wire, you could say, on that bomb. And that'll bring it to 5-love. It
will. Very big round there by tensioN. tensioN will be a little bit worried because they did allow themselves to get into the position of a 1v4 there. But Sublime are going to be kicking themselves about that.
Yes, they will. Shark's got the FAMAS out over at long. Looks like they've bought Havoc with his AWP again. The trusty AWP. Oh, what an angle that is. He'd want someone to pop out for that.
Yeah.
But that'll be interesting to watch. Hank puts the smoke up at B, and he's going to try and take a pick through the little clippings that you can see there, the shadows on the other side.
Yeah, we do apologise for a little bit darker on the screen there for the viewers. We have turned it up, but unfortunately we just can't get it up quite high enough. But hopefully we're not going to get too many of those dark shots. Hank, through smoke. He gets game turn, gets shut down by Shadsky. Oxy on Ahi. They're getting some really big frags here. Ooh. Killer takes down Oxy in mid there. This could, if they really isolate that B side at the moment, bang! Hank takes out Pads. That is B side wide open. They really should be calling for that. They've thrown Sublime throwing a very nice nade into short. The bomber is on 7 health at the moment, but and if they retake quickly, Sublime could have it. tensioN taking a little bit too long once they cleared that B bomb site. Hank takes out Havoc as he tries to clear rotate on. So this is a very dangerous position for Sublime because wow, that was a big shot by Killer. These tensioN boys are just playing so sharp at the moment. It is a 1v3 for Shark once again. He's going to have to, Shark in the clutch position once again. Whether he's got a kit this time, because they're going to be pretty angry about that.
Yeah. He's trying to work his way into the side. He puts a nade through the window. He manages to get Hank somehow through the box, but kstrife puts an end to his retake, and that'll make it 6-love in favour of tensioN.
tensioN really, and this is I think what caught Team Sidewinder off guard as well.
Yep.
Sidewinder, all ex-professional players, all very sharp in their own right, and tensioN just blew them out of their water with their T-side. They're just changing up so quick and just unreadable pretty much. Here we go, so it's a long rush, lots of flashes out, but 2 Sublime players on the corner. They just get taken down like butter sticks in the sun. It looks like they're going just cutting straight through long now. Pad's trying to rotate up. Looks like that rotate around long that they've tried before, but I think tensioN have learnt, put a player there, and just a deco here from Sublime. Ahi takes down one, but Havoc takes him out, and Pads takes out another. This is a dangerous area because Sublime are, tensioN, Havoc. Hank gets taken up, and there it goes, another round. 7 straight rounds to tensioN. You really have to be wondering what's going on there on the Sublime lineup. They're just not pulling together quite right. They're just a little bit off, aren't they, Ken?
They are, and look, tensioN, they've just run away with this game. They picked it up, put it under their arm, and they're away.
And it looks like, and they're not even, trying to alt mid at the moment. They're so cocky they've in fact left the bomb at spawn. But I think that's just a little mistake. They're picking that up. Might be a little bit of the nerves there, but this is amazing. They are just playing so well, and taking out all these big fraggers and support players in the Sublime lineup is a huge effort. So big work by the boys. tensioN again, looks like they're setting up for that A split. Getting the 2 in lower dark, 2 through short now, 1 working at long. But Sublime have doubled up short, but it's just not helping. Killer up there in 1. Hasn't seen the other, he's flashed. Tried to go for a knife, but Shadsky's just shot him straight through the face. But that's left 1 down in short, so it's a 1-1 each. A 4v4, if you will, Cam. And they've just left that long side way open. If tensioN were to stroll in there, they'd have this side.
They would indeed. We're looking at Havoc at the moment. He always manages to get shot, but through the doors, whether it be by an AWP or an AK at the very start of the round. But sitting on 79 HP, he did spot some terrorists on the back mid, and he doesn't look like he hit them at all. He did manage to get Ahi though, just then, and he grabs kstrife. Good on him for doing it right when I switch away from him. But he's looking at the cross now. The smoke's gone up. We'll have a look and see where the terrorists are. They've got that bomb. That is Hank on his way into the site, but he gets dropped by Shadsky. Sublime with a round.
About time. They've really turned around. Havoc just turned that game, managing to snap. The last 2 players going through didn't see that that bomb player go through with it, so that's why they're sort of holding all the areas there. But very well done there. That really turned that round around. So let's see what we've got. Sublime, I would expect, would try and get a bit of momentum here. Maybe play a little bit more aggressively than they have so far. But we'll see what they've got. Ahi with just a deagle. They must have been spending an awful lot of money.
An awful lot. 7 rounds on the trot, and he's using a deagle. I'm not sure what he was buying, but he's got expensive tastes. Let's just say that. Havoc with that up takes out Hank over at the B bomb site. Hank popping out just a little bit too early and gets nailed with that AWP.
That's it, and Havoc really reading these guys. He's gone up, stepped in upper dark, smashed the one guy in there, and now he's just watching the lower in mid there, expecting to rotate through lower dark now. So here they are. Looks like you can see them on the map, going through lower dark into mid now. 2 AWPs there watching, lots of flashes. Sorry, an AWP and a rifle watching, and I think they're just about to get shut down by Havoc and Oxy here, who are just stepping and waiting for them. Here goes one. Oxy just takes down Game Turner, but they've actually gone up through short with the bomb. Very smart move from them. kstrife takes out Oxy, who's just not quite sharp enough on the trigger for him. And here we go. They're going, looks like they're testing out A site, and they might well drop back to B. But I think Sublime are going to be all over them unless they get that big frag there. Killer up on the quad box.
Ninja.
Very unorthodox is what you would explain. kstrife takes out Havoc. Pads takes out kstrife. Bomb is planted, covering it from short. Both Sublime players now are rotating through short, and I think they're going to be able to take out these players because they do have the flash coming through here.
Possibly. The flash doesn't look like it would have affected anyone, although Shark takes out Ahi. Another flash came across from the ramp, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look where Killer is. He takes out. Massive play. They've got to be happy with that. He smashed Shark. and that'll bring it to 8-1, 8-1 Valley.
They are just unstoppable, this tensioN team from Western Australia. They are coming here and just dominating these eastern states, which is really good to see.
They're loving the low ping. That's what they're loving.
They're absolutely, and they're doing so well, it's fantastic. So really giving Sublime a run for their money. I did not see this coming at all. They're just stomping it. And unless Sublime have some big T-strats, they're going to be in some serious hot water now.
They are. Well, Pads has pushed all the way through dark, and he's got a couple of friends there as well. Killer takes out Oxy, though, as Oxy tried to move through mid into dark. And Pads knows exactly where they are now. Let's stay on him and see if he can pick them off as they cross through the shot. Killer puts a nade in, though. Well placed at his feet. And that takes him out, and Shadsky gets dropped by Game Turner. This is turning very quickly into a tension round. And Havoc does get the kill on Killer, though. And he's got that AK now. Lays the spray down, but kstrife, much more accurate shooting, takes him down.
Yep. I think that that 1v4 that kstrife did do has really burnt out those Sublime players, really gave them quite a shock, because you just don't see that sort of a clutch given away like that. It was ridiculous. So Sublime are going to be very angry with themselves for that. They're really going to have to step it up and really fire back hard now.
They do. The CT's setting up in their full buy, 2-on-2 splits. Oxy cops a nade down the socks by Game Turner, and Hank takes out Shark.
This is ridiculous. Attention, all of Shadsky with a good shot there on Game Turner, and Havoc just trod on a nade. Killer's taking out Shadsky, and they're just romping this A side at the moment. Bam! K-Shark takes down Pads. It's all up to Havoc now, who is on almost no health. Havoc takes out the bomb planter. He doesn't get the bomb planted, and there's two coming in long, one in short. Havoc is surrounded at the moment, and he's going to have to pull out a huge game for it just to come away with a round that they so desperately need at the moment. He's flashed, and he is gone. He is out of it. There he goes. 10-1 tension against Sublime.
Well, what do you say to that, Valley? What do you say to that? This is a little bit of a walkover.
It is. This is. You just don't see these sort of so dominated halves these days in this sort of level of play.
And on Dust 2.
And on Dust 2, with a team that has just come literally out of the blue and just dumped a huge bomb on these Sublime players, and they just don't know how to deal with it. So they're really going to have to adapt quickly and change up their style, and it looks like they are. Looks like they're just jumping around with these USPs. Ahi takes out Shark, though, at the long side there. They're getting a few shots around, but they just got to get these kills and just make them count now, Cam. And looks like they're Sublime pushing up for a short and just getting shot down. Kstrife on Havoc. Kstrife and Hank taking out two more. This is, wow. I know I've said this 6 or 7 times now, but these guys are unbelievable at the moment. 11-1 so far, T-side of Dust 2. Outstanding.
Absolutely outstanding. I mean, I wonder if they've got a really bad CT side. Like, you know, it's just strange.
It is. So, I mean, hopefully we're going to see Sublime turn this around in the second half, but they really need these last 3 rounds to stay in the game. Okay, well, apparently, because we have so many people on the cast, the server is lagging a little bit. So, yep. So it's absolutely big props for On Demand IT Solutions putting that together. I think we had that was done in 3 days, so something ridiculous.
Yes.
So they're doing really well for that. Anyway, Hank taking out Shadsky with a well-timed nade there, and Sublime need this buy round. If they don't get this buy round, we could be seeing a 14-1 half.
It would be devastating, to say the least, if Sublime did not take out this round. Havoc's got his AWP, so hopefully he has got those angles.
One.
He does take out one. Hank drops Shark though as well, so he's evened it back up, and the flashes are going nuts in that A side. Pads dropped. Who was that? That was Ahi dropped Havoc, but Pads dropped kstrife. So the manpower is very, very even, but you know the big shooters on those angles, they're gone now in that side.
That's it. So here they go, stepping through long. Pads takes out Ahi. They desperately needed that, and it is a long plant, so they could get a defuse from short. The Game Turner, wow. Big shot there, gets naded. And look at this, Oxy versus Hank. Hank on 7 health takes out Oxy. This is amazing, 12-1. Wow.
Unbelievable.
In regardless of the two teams, in a final lower bracket, you just don't see teams run away with this.
You don't.
And this tensioN is just taking that lead and going, see you later, mate, and running with it.
They certainly are. Killer has nailed Oxy through the doors, so Sublime are already a man down about 3 seconds into the round. Havoc takes out Ahi, but gets the reply from GameTurner, and Shadsky takes out GameTurner with that deagle. Pads has got an AK over at Long, and he's got a friend there with him. That's Shadsky, and Shadsky gets dropped by Killer, and that will leave Pads all by himself over at Long. Killer's having a little bit of trouble with Pads' strafe, but that's alright. Pads with his AK sitting in that A site. I'm not quite sure if the bomb's planted. There we go, it's planted in the B site.
There we go, Pads just bunny hopping all the way up. He's got a 3v1 in the B bomb site. He's going to get a nade off, but none of them are low enough for that to count. Shoots off one. 1v2, gets through the smoke, but kstrife just sees the gun muzzle flash and takes him down. 13-1 T-side, last round of the first half. Wow.
I can already imagine the amount of banter that is going to spawn from this.
The Counter-Strike community will be going wild.
They will
absolutely wild. Not like there have been a few upsets, but nothing like this. This is amazing. So I just don't know how Sublime can come back from this first half. Here we go. There we go. Shark taking down the long player, which is Ahi, trying to push through. They really need this round to stop, so a little bit of momentum. Otherwise, they're just going to roll through, and I think we could see a 16-1, 16-2. So here we go. Sublime. So Havoc takes out Hank. So that's a 3v5 tensioN. This is where they really need to shine. They have done a couple of clutch plays and turned it around so far. Oxy. Killer's been already knocked down to 36. Havoc gets him through the door. Very big shot there.
Massive.
So it looks like it's a 2v1. Both players tensioN well separated from each other. Oh, tensioN GameTurner has taken down Shark, and that literally could be the round turner for that one. But Pads shuts down his teammate kstrife. So now GameTurner has the bomb, pushing up short. Oxy puts out a flash. Gets it down. The Sublime player is rotating very quickly. tensioN GameTurner takes out Shadsky and shot, but gets naded by Havoc. Ending a 13-2 to tensioN T-side of Dust 2.
Unbelievable half. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No.
No.
Wow, my predictions, what can I say? Horrible.
We've been off this weekend. We definitely have, but wow.
That was amazing play by tensioN. I have to really give it to him. Sublime did lose a few rounds there, but most of those rounds were tensioN wins.
Yes.
Absolutely, just their aim was all over Sublime. Their strategies really pulled and pushed those Sublime players where they wanted them, and they just had them every step of the way there. It was amazing. Very, very well played.
It makes you wonder, having Sublime and Immunity so close together in the scores, and tensioN have just blown this game out, what might happen if tensioN were to go through.
Exactly. So we could see a crazy final and a massive upset. Sublime only have 2 rounds to play with. They lose the pistol, they're out. So the next first round is the biggest round of their game right now, because they need to stay in this game.
Definitely. Well, I think Woods has got someone down on the couch. Who have you got there, Woods?
Dude, we're down here with Sniper at the moment. My goodness, Sniper, what a massive first CT half there.
Yeah, it was pretty big. We weren't expecting that, and yeah, T half.
Well, going in, you guys, going into this match, we obviously, both, not even us, but even the commentators ranked you guys as the underdogs. Now, you've come up through 13-2 is a massive scoreline. You've only got to win this pistol, and you have got the Sublime guys have a massive game on their hands. What do you guys think? Are you guys confident? Are you feeling good?
We're pretty confident. We didn't really expect to do that well. We know we haven't won yet, and if anyone can bring it back, it's Sublime. So
agreed. Well, you guys are swapping to the terrorist side, which does give you a good little advantage there. In my opinion, I think you get a good little advantage. What was that? He's dropping there, swapping to CT side.
CT side, yeah.
My apologies there. I got my game upside down. But look, let's wrap it up here and let's get into the game. Let's swap this half. We've got a pretty quick half ahead unless Sublime can come back and pull it through. So you guys ready to take us from here on in, Valley and Cam?
We certainly are, and I just must point out that that's a fantastic attitude to have, very modest and really understanding the depth of character of your opponents. So it's a great attitude to have, and we can't wait to see you guys in this second half. So I think we should take it away. If you guys want to take back down to the seat, let's get this show on the road, I think. So absolutely outstanding, and that's exactly the attitude we want to see in gaming today. It was great to see that sort of attitude, and you just don't see that often these days. Just really giving it to your opponents and saying, yep, they're a really good team, and we expect them to be able to come back from this.
It's definitely a strange one.
Yep.
It's definitely strange what's just happened, but we just want to say again, thank you to everyone who's watching.
Yep.
The server's lagging a tiny bit because there's so many of you, but thank you very much. Thank you very much to On Demand IT Solutions.
Yep.
They're the ones who set that up to let you guys actually watch it, so thank you very much.
Thanks, sir. And while we're letting these boys warm up for the second half, big shout out to Double Star DeBlaster, sorry. They are having apparently, I think he missed that shout out I did before, but just to make sure, I've shoutouted a lot of his matches and apparently never given him a shout out. So there you go, big guy, and well played today. But it looks like we're going live, Kim, for the pistol round. Sublime, as teased, on Dust 2, very, very important. So let's hope they've got an ace up their sleeve if we want to cross across the Sublime, Kim.
No worries. We'll have a look at how the CTs are going to set up tensioN in this second half pistol round. If tensioN take this, it's definitely going to cause an upset, to say the least. The terrorists at the moment, looks like they've actually boosted up short and the CTs are pushing down, so we might actually go back to a couple of those guys. The terrorists are actually up in tunnels,
upper dark,
and they're making their way towards B. They've smashed Ahi on their way in, and looks like they're going to stack that site. Killer gets dropped in the B doors by Pads, and now it's up to two of the tensioN guys now as Havoc takes out Hank. Game turner drops Oxy, but then Shark and Pads finish off the round. So Sublime thankfully taking the pistol round.
Now I think they're really sending a message to watch out. We're not done yet, and we are on the big comeback train. All stops and last stops tensioN. So watch out.
Unbelievable if they could bring this back. They do have weapons now, a couple of MP5s going around, and of course tensioN, they have to eco. Smoke's going up in mid, and the CT's looking a little bit unsure of what to do.
Yep.
They all sort of still gathered in spawn a good 15 seconds into the round, so it looks like they're just going to sort of split. Oh, actually they're stacking towards A, so they're all stacked on A. I wonder what the terrorists are going to do. They've taken it slow. The bomb's sitting over towards upper dark, just outside towards T spawn, and the rest of them will look like they're going to stack long. So it looks like it's going to be massive war over at long, and the bomb's just going to stroll into B.
Well, actually, it looks like the bomb's, in fact, on one of the long plays, which is really interesting. They're not actually trying to do a swindle. They're trying to do an anal, but they really need to work this site. They've taken down 2 of the defenders already at the A bomb site. I think they might have worked out that it's that they've got it stacked, but it doesn't matter. It looks like they're just getting fragged all over the place. And here we go, that last frag down, and I think that looks like the end of the round.
There it is.
So well played again by Sublime. Great buy up. So hopefully they've got this they just get their aggression on and really just bust up those sites and send a message back. Because tensioN are all over the confidence at the moment. They're just going to be ready because they know they only need 3 rounds.
They do, but look, they've got a couple of nades and they've got a couple of small. They've really only got a couple of smokes over there in mid, so they don't get picked. Do any of the terrorists actually have an AWP? Let's have a quick look. No, it looks like Shadsky's the only one looking down mid with his MP5. Terrorists taking it very, very slow. They're just sort of sitting around mid. There's one outside upper dark again. They're just trying to see if anyone pushes on that eco, but it doesn't look like they are, so a little bit of a slow start. There
is, so I think they're really just seeing if tensioN have that aggressive sort of CT dynamics that a lot of teams do. So they're just sitting well back, waiting for that push, and tensioN shocking really not going for the big push on the eco, just playing doubles up, backing up area. Shark taking out tensioN Hank, who's on the at the B bomb site by himself. It looks like they've figured it out that there's no one else there. They're getting right into that site. The rest of the tensioN players rotating through long and CT spawn, and they're really going to have to get in there hard and stop this bomb going down. But unfortunately, it has gone down. Maybe they'll go for exits, I'm not sure, but I just can't see them getting through that defense at the moment. Oxy, seeing one there, has plenty of backup. tensioN Killer taking out Havoc from behind, though. I don't think Havoc expecting that player to come through from T-spawn. Killer has an AK, saving it though. Pads takes out tensioN Ahi. Game turner coming through upper dark, getting shut down. And so Killer off there at T-spawn with an AK. A smart move really by them, looking at the longer style of play rather than trying to finish it up early and making a few mistakes.
Yeah, well, the next round's their buy round. Oh, Killer just got binked down to 31. The bomb blows up, and Shark, after the bomb blows up, puts a nade down. Killer sucks. 3 love in this second half to Sublime, but 13-5 the overall scores to tensioN.
That's it. So tensioN really well in front, have plenty of rounds to play with, and so they're just taking their time, not doing any rash moves, and now we've got a full buy, so we'll see what they've got here. They've got 2 players going down long, 1 sitting at cars with an AWP for short, and 2 playing in B, or 1 playing in B now, 1 early rotate just to see if it's a rush, and then 1 watching mid. So, and here we go, Sublime. Looks like they're trying to bust out mid a little bit, try and take control of the center of the map to catch the rotators off. Havoc stepping through, stepping back now, not getting that frag. Not one there at the moment. 2 defenders in B from tensioN. And here we go. I think Sublime are going to make a bust for it. They can't. They've just seen 1 through the smoke, but he's just going to chuck a nade and maybe sit back and see if they make a mistake. But there we go. Shark takes out Hank, who's after he steps around the corner. Pads takes out Ahi, and this B bomb site is cracked wide open like a beer after tonight's game, I think. So here we go. The tensioN players rotating around 2 through mid. killerB with an AWP in mid. And there we go. Sublime taking out Game Turner. Wow. Wow, that was a quick. That's one of the fastest 3 kills on different areas of the map I've ever seen.
Yes, well done. Sublime taking that round again, 4 love in the second half, bringing it back. Maybe they can actually do it. Yeah, that's it. They have a lot of fight in. They have a lot of experience, these players, and so they're getting closer to a more attainable score. 13-6. You can come back from that. 13-2 when we started the half. Not so sure. Nah. So we might have one of the biggest fight backs on our hands here, and maybe overtime, maybe a win, maybe not. Maybe they're going to get shut down this round and that's the end of it. So we're really not sure. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Rare. tensioN obviously on their eco. I mean, they bought up last round, lost, so they've really got absolutely nothing. Killer sitting in mid on 38 HP. You can see him on the screen now. He's got no one around him, so we'll switch away. 4 of the Sublime guys still sitting at T-spawn. Oxy takes out Killer, although Killer didn't have much going for him in the first place. And Ahi takes out Shark. So it's evened it up. tensioN still on their eco, and Sublime still looking like they're going to go towards the B-bomb site. That's it. So they lost a player on that eco here, but they're just going to go bust straight through. So unless we get some big frags here from tensioN, which they didn't, they've just busted that side open. Easy. We've got 2 more tensioN players moving through mid now. I think they might just try and get a couple of kills or go for exits, but I don't think they're going to go for a retake against these guys, even on the eco. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like they will. The flashes are going out from the site. The terrorists, they're not going hunting just yet, although the bomb time is probably going to start ticking a little bit quicker in a sec. And Shadsky gets dropped by Game Turner from outside B with that USP. He got snapped by Pads, and Havoc finishes off kstrife anyway. 5 love in the second half, 13-7 to tensioN. That's it. So it was interesting there. What they did is they didn't give him any sort of aggression, so that Sublime were just assuming they were waiting for exits, then just slowly moved up, got a good frag there. So just that's all it was. May have worked a bit more if they got another frag, but very smart from them. So tensioN Killer stepping up through mid, but this looks like just a straight in B bust. So here they come through. Padsky takes out Ahi, but Hank's still in the site. He gets shut down by Pads. So Pads really is just loving that B side. He just seems to be fragging all over the place. Doesn't matter where you are, Pads is coming to get you. So here we go. They've got that site well open now. 3 tensioN players outside the wall there. They're just with 2 AWPs by the looks of things. I just don't think they're going to be able to take this this B site again. Yeah. I'm not sure what they're going to do here. They're sort of being just flash very heavy. Got a lot of smoke. Game Turner takes out Oxy. There we go. Sublime reply with 2 frags, and kstrife tries his hardest but just gets taken out by Shadsy at that bricks right there. What is going on? Yeah. What is going on? I'm not... It's strange. It's really quite strange. I would not think that at this sort of level, on Dust 2, T's would be so biased. You would think that it would be so even. It is. That's the thing. You usually see, 8-7 halves or 10-5 halves around there. But to see this 13-2, then 6-0 up, tensioN
I'd start get that little bit of fear creeping into you now.
You would.
Maybe we can't get those 3 rounds. Maybe Sublime really have it in for us now. But we just can't tell. tensioN, 2 guys in long doors, getting sprayed down though. Pads takes out 1. There's another one in there. He's trying to step out, but Pads, again, he is just fragging like a machine at the moment. Look at that guy. He's just getting all those entry frags. So important. As we go, looks like the tensioN players rotating through lower dark now. 1 Sublime player chasing now. 4 other Sublime players rushing up through long. This could be very dangerous, and the short player is going to go down.
He's going to cop that nade.
There
the nade goes in.
Shark gets down, but Shark, takes out Ahi from lower dark box. And here we go, stepping out through long, and that's it. Big round there. So looks like Sublime are back in the zone. We were talking about how they were just taking that extra time to warm up and really get into the game. Didn't think it was going to take a whole half, but looks like they might be back into it. And look at those scores.
Pads, an absolute frag train, sitting on 14-1. He is leading the way for Sublime. And the best the tensioN can produce in this second half is 3-7 with Game Turner. But there we go, Pads again, as you can see on screen, trying to move straight into short. He did hit someone, I think. No, he didn't even get a hit on Game Turner. So they're going to pull back now. He tried to get the pick, wasn't successful, so they're going to pull back.
Yep, they're just all over the place. They're just playing so dynamic. They're just going in, testing a point, coming back, testing another point. So far, though, they really just test and frag the hell out of them. So it doesn't really matter that they need to pull back. But yeah, Pads is just single-handedly tearing this Sublime from the clutches of defeat and going straight into what looks like the biggest comeback I have seen in many years. Shadsky and Oxy taking out 2, get nailed by Ahi. kstrife taking out Pads. This could be a round for tensioN. They so desperately need. tensioN Hank taking out 1. tensioN Hank taking out Havoc. It is a 1v2. The bomb is down on the B site. It is all up to Shadsky now. He's looking around. He's worried about the anal, but both tensioN players are in B. He's going to have to take frag out. 2 guys. No, he goes down. And there is the first of 3 rounds that tensioN need to nail this out. 14-9 to tensioN at the moment, Chen.
Well, look, Sublime, they've brought it back to something respectable.
Yeah.
I will say that. But look, let's hope that doesn't break there.
Yeah. Oh! Oxy takes out tensioN, replies with a headshot through the doors as he tries to jump across. Big shot there by Oxy. Really important. Ahi, though, takes out Shark from... I have no idea where. I don't know what just happened. He was at T side of B, which means he would have had to push up with an AWP into upper dark. That is insane. These players you just could not read at the moment. It's like a source of fiction. It's ridiculous.
You cannot predict when players are going to do something like that. You just don't know what's going to come at you next. And they've done it consistently, especially in the first half. They would just pop up when you would least expect it, and they would make those shots.
Exactly. So here we go. Sublime are going to try. There we go. Shadsky takes out kstrife. That's in short. Looks like they're going to try and bust over Havoc with an AWP there. Gets sprayed down, but takes him out. He has got to be on, what's that, 5-10 health? Game Turner takes out Oxy at long. Game Turner really the only one holding this team together. tensioN getting these frags at the moment on this second half. Here we go. It looks like the bomb's going to go down for Sigis. Havoc takes him out. Game Turner in long. It looks like it's a 1v2 at the moment. tensioN, Ahi, Pads. I think he's just going to frag this guy as he comes up short. Cat. No, he's going around long. Here we go. So Havoc up in the pit there. He's on about 10-15 health. He's going to have to take him out if he wants any chance of defusing this. And Shadsky playing smart, stepping around, leaving Havoc there. And Shadsky, great recoil control. 14-10 to tensioN, and Sublime giving that 1 round and then just taking another one back. Very good.
Look, for Sublime in this situation, it's still very scary. They have to play extremely well still. If they're going to bring this back. I mean, tensioN are 1 round away from the draw, and I don't think Sublime want to have that happen.
No, exactly. So here we go. We've got tensioN, just 1 guy. Pads takes him out. He's fragging all over the shop, straight into B, like the hot knife through butter on a Christmas morning. There we go. tensioN rotating around through T-spawn, unexpectedly as they've done before, but all Sublime players now on the site with 1 in upper dark. I think they've learnt that tensioN will take that to rotate through T-spawn. Havoc taking out Game Turner. kstrife on Havoc. Oxy on kstrife. Killer by himself with a deagle must be going for extra kills, knowing they still have those rounds to play with.
Yeah, you'd have to go for the extra kills at the moment. I mean, as you said, they do have those rounds up their sleeve. Why not play it safe at the moment, get some more money together, and see what you can do from there.
Exactly. Which is really great to see, because we're not seeing the stance on a mistake where people try and rush in, they just buy whatever they can, and a few rounds turns into 9, and all of a sudden it's up to a draw and you've lost all your momentum. So it's really important for tensioN are doing this very well, playing very carefully. They're not hitting the shots quite yet, but they are playing smart, which is great to see. Oh, Havoc takes out Ahi. I think that was even just gapped. I don't think he even...
yeah.
That is ridiculous.
It could have been a double hit, though, through the doors.
That's true. Sorry, very true. Hank takes out Shark, though, in reply. And this is back to a 4-on-4, which has happened so often.
I might just say I apologise for not being on either Havoc or Oxy. I promise I will at the beginning of the next round, just so we can actually get one of those on the stream for you people who are sticking with us. And we'll have a look, see what the T's are doing. It looks like there's 3 of them over at long with that bomb. Shark's getting a little bit ragey, as you can see on the stream. With the
Havoc gets taken down by Killer on short. This is amazing. Here we go. Sublime pushing up through long. Here we go. Sitting in the smoke. Game turn. Takes down 1. Takes down 2 in the smoke. I don't even think he saw that second player. There's another one. Pads gets him back, though. It's all up to Pads now. Killer right on the other side of the boxes. These guys less than 2 meters away from each other.
Oh!
Killer!
That was humongous by Killer. What a deagle flick. And that brings the draw up for tensioN. 15-11.
That's it. But of course, Sublime are only 4 rounds away from this draw as well. So if they can keep this roll on, they might well make it to overtime. Otherwise, this is the upset of the Nationals. No one saw this coming. I don't think anyone has put them tensioN on the prediction sheet as coming into second place, because that's what's about to happen.
Actually, I had a read through those, and I don't think tensioN were up there at all with anyone. And this is just fantastic play by them. They're very confident. 3 AWPs have just gone straight out through mid. Oh, by Sublime, sorry. Havoc smashes Killer, removes his head from his torso, and Hank takes out Shadsky. Havoc again on kstrife, and that'll bring it to a 3v4.
This is amazing. There we go. Sublime still in this game. 15-12, 3 rounds away from the overtime. This is amazing. We haven't seen a round swing like this in such a long time. I think I did reference to tensioN before, that 13-2 on Inferno, and went into overtime. We could have a repeat on Dust 2.
Unbelievable. I missed it again. I apologise. I was looking at Oxy that time, but Havoc managed to nail someone through the doors. Pats looks like he's pushing up long fairly aggressively. He's got an open sight in front of him. Some of the CTs have run straight up mid. tensioN kstrife takes out Havoc, and we're looking at Ahi now. He binks the crap out of Shark, and Oxy, Killer onto Oxy as well. So that brings it to a 3v2 situation. tensioN somehow have managed to turn this round around. I think this was their eco, and Pads takes out Game Turner.
That's it. If this could be a win for tensioN on an eco, Pads all by himself. He's been spotted in mid. He goes back for the shot. tensioN Killer's only on 23 health on that bomb.
Oh, they've got it covered. They have
That's it!
Nailed!
tensioN have knocked out Sublime and have gone through to the finals.
Unbelievable.
I'm speechless. I am speechless. That is amazing. Those guys have played so well. They really did win that game. You see a lot of teams losing games and just giving it away, but tensioN won those games. Very well played by them.
Very well played. Look, they didn't do many things wrong, did they? I mean, on their CT side, there was a couple of little things they probably could have done better, but on their T side, absolutely flawless, obviously. And just then, with that crossway, he had no idea what was coming.
Yeah, that was so well played. The communication must have been at the highest level, and it is fantastic to see that sort of thing. These teams just stepping up out of nowhere. It's really a fairy tale sort of story. Guys flying from the furthest part of Australia with essentially no hope of making it, and they're up against the biggest team in Australia right now, Team Immunity, in the finals. And they have decimated the opponents as well.
I'm not even going to bother predicting what's going to happen in the next game, because no one could
We're going to be wrong.
We're going to be wrong. Everyone out there will be wrong.
I'm saying that right now, because I'll be wrong.
So, fantastic. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, well, I think Wood's going to say it for us. He's sitting on the couch with Shark, and he said sniper, but I'm not sure if that's his in-game name, seeing as there is no sniper there. But we might grab his alias in a moment as soon as that camera gets set up. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. It looks like
we can see a couple of the tension guys on the screen at the moment. They're looking fairly happy at the
with
moment.
themselves. Yeah.
Yep. Why wouldn't you be?
Exactly.
Fantastic.
All right, we're going to cross to Woods down on the fantastic white leather couch there. Woods, amazing game.
Flippin' fantastic, and it is the white couch of love. And just to correct you, it is actually Sniper, or AKA Game Turner. So we do have the right man here. Luckily, I thought I'd made a boo-boo there. But first off, Shark, we've watched you all day come through such a close game against Immunity, and now such a big comeback there, but so close yet so far away. Props to you guys for such a fantastic performance. But how's the team feeling after this? Third place at Nats is pretty good none the least.
Yeah, third place is really good. Obviously, we thought it was going to be a Sublime IM final, but there's nothing people like more than an upset. And when I first lost, I sort of, I was just, that really sucks. But I'm actually sort of happy now that I've had to think about it, and it's good that two different teams in the final. It's going to be good to watch, and I think people should watch it.
Well, I think people are watching it, hence why our streaming server is going ballistic with, we've got a few hundred viewers on there at the moment, all watching live, and we're going to have thousands of people watching over live for the next few months onto the website.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to say was I'm glad it's actually really good that it was tensioN that's in the finals, because there was a lot of crap. Can I say crap? Crap flying their way from the online world saying, not going to get out of groups. So this just proved them wrong, and I think they should be really, really happy.
Fantastic words there, Shark. Now, the man in the hour, the man who has come through with the team from WA, how are you guys feeling?
We're pretty ecstatic. Definitely didn't expect to come this far. And to topple a giant like Sublime, it's a good feeling.
Fantastic. Now, your next opponents are Immunity. Yep. They are well groomed. They haven't lost a game all day today, and they've been in here really, really working hard. What are your thoughts going into this next match?
Basically, we know they're going to be tough. They got two Westies in their team, so we're not really sure what to expect. We'll just have to wait and see what map they eliminate, and just hope we can perform as sharp as we just did then.
Well, agreed. I think if you play your game and the game you just brought to Sublime, you're gonna be a hard opponent to beat. I find a lot of the top tier teams sometimes get. I think you guys agree with Felly and Cam that top tier teams get in their own habit of playing different game styles, and when someone comes along with a really unique style of gameplay, they can sometimes topple them very quickly without much pressure. So do you think something like that may be happening in this Valley?
Yeah, I think, as I said, I'm going to coin the phrase, which you guys are welcome to use, unorthodox play is what you guys had, and it really worked for you. And I by no means mean that as a cut down, because you can see, when we can see the entire map, and people think that you're playing a bit random, but we can see that you're pulling rotators and you're getting perfect timing. It's really great. But the question I want to ask you is, how do you prepare for this sort of thing? Like, tensioN have been around for a while, and you've sort of done quite well in some of the intermediate brackets. Correct me if I'm wrong. But to come this far and, as you said, topple a giant, what has been your preparation? Have you changed anything in the past few months that has really changed the team?
Yeah, well, I mean, I came into the team just a couple of months ago, and I just wanted to help them out and get a few strats down and get some basics happening. And we just went from strength to strength, starting to play the bomb and things like that, and just a lot more of a smarter approach to winning rounds. And then just lately in the last couple of days, we made a couple of changes in the way that we eco and deco, and it's made a big difference.
Cool. I've got a quick question for you. The name Immunity obviously has some weight behind it. How does that affect you guys moving into the final?
I didn't really expect Immunity to be in the position they're in right now, so it doesn't mean much to me. I probably would have expected Sublime to be there instead, so I'm not worried about Immunity. They might win, but I'm not worried about them.
No, fair enough. I know I'm sort of hogging the camera at the moment, but I've got two more questions for you. The first one is, how does it feel now to be able to call other people onliners?
No, we won't do that.
Don't lie to me. No. Okay, don't lie to me, Steve.
We've never done that, and we won't do that because I'm all about sportsmanship, and I wouldn't expect anyone in my team to start abusing people just because we came second or first.
No, fair enough. Like I meant it more as a joust. Don't take that the wrong way. I think you guys have an amazing attitude, and as well, Shark
Definitely.
there. That really gracious losing attitude and getting straight in behind the community is exactly what we as gamers need. So really big props to you guys. I haven't seen that sort of attitude ever. So big shout out from us, and I'm sure the audience as well are very impressed. I think maybe the community's probably a little bit upset they're not going to have as much banter on the forums between it. But congratulations to both of you guys. Epic comeback there, Sublime. Not quite enough to make it through, but we'll no doubt be seeing these three teams from the finals here in days to come. In competitions to come. So Woods, if there's anything more you'd like to say, just let us know.
Beautifully said. 100% agree. I think their attitude is just top shelf at the moment, and perfect representation of Sublime as a team, including their management, are just absolutely fantastic. They've been around the scene for years, and this is just a compliment to their great portfolio so far. But look, congratulations, Shark, and congratulations to the team who's sitting over there. Third place at Nats is nothing to be shy about. That is a seriously top performance, and we just hope we can run another Nats pretty soon, that you guys can come back and defend that and hopefully push a little better. But the boys from tensioN go through to the grand final versus Immunity, and that is going to be a red hot match. But look, let's get on into it. Let's get the Immunity guys in. Let's get the tensioN guys warmed up, because we're going to have to get into this grand final so we can bring it to you live here on Big League. So thanks for tuning in, guys. From me here and from the guys of the Commentary Jess, we'll be back. Table, I mean to say. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or 15, 20 minutes with the grand final. Cheers, guys.